It is the JVS show, and it's the phone-in, and I'm asking, are you scared about what's planned in Luton tomorrow? I'm joined in the studio by Stephen Lennon, who's also known as Tommy Robinson. He's the leader of the English Defence League, which was formed 2 years ago, and also Zafar, who's the founding chair of Luton Council of Faiths and a practising Muslim. And the purpose of this discussion is a lot of people who live in Luton, and indeed the surrounding areas, will no doubt feel extremely concerned about what is planned for tomorrow. Stephen, you acknowledged yourself that you're expecting, what, 4,000 of your supporters to come to Luton?
I'd say, yeah, 4,000.
4,000. Now, we also understand that that taking part in this demonstration, although on the opposing side,
1,000 out of that probably be female women as well.
Okay, on the opposing side is Unite Against Fascism. I gather they are also expecting a similar number of people.
No, they won't have 4,000.
So, well, okay, well, potentially we're talking thousands of people descending on Luton. It's obviously, from the way this conversation is going, a very, very emotive issue. You are both getting very upset about it.
I'm not getting upset. I haven't got upset once here. All I've done is try and ask a question. I haven't got upset. And it's a question that concerns our community. Sharia law concerns our community. So all I wanted to ask is, are you anti-Sharia? And we've established that he's pro-Sharia. But
that's not the question I'm asking.
But we're talking about the demonstration here. This is one of the reasons why we're demonstrating, because we're concerned of Sharia law.
Stephen, this is not your discussion. This is my discussion.
Yeah,
and I'm talking about Luton and the way that people in Luton feel.
Sharia law in Luton.
So I need you to work with me,
that's fine,
because otherwise this is just going to end up the two of you arguing, and the people of Luton will be totally and utterly turned off by it.
Well, I don't think they will. I think they'll be concerned by what.
Let's get on to policing. £800,000 is the cost, so we've been told, from Bedfordshire Police to not only the council taxpayers of Luton, but the council taxpayers of Bedfordshire.
That's okay.
Stephen Lennon, you say that's okay?
Well, no, it's okay considering we give £584,000 to the Islamic community for the Prevent scheme to prevent Islamic extremism. Quite frankly, it's failed. Not one Islamic extremist was reported through the Prevent scheme at all. So and Luton Central Mosque is under investigation for £140,000 of missing money. And for the first time ever in 15 years, we actually have taxpayers from this town protesting. Taxpayers, not students, not Muslim organisations who want to protest against everything they hate in this country, but taxpayers. So we are entitled. This is the first time taxpayers of this country having their voices heard, and all of a sudden everyone's got a big problem with it.
Stephen, listen to this. This is Chief Superintendent Mike Colborne of Bedfordshire Police. He says that in the future this isn't going to just be an issue for Luton.
We understand that this is a situation which in essence is a national phenomena, and a national issue that's being played out on the stage, which is Luton. So it's happening in towns all around the country at the moment, and I think after the event some serious consideration is going to have to be given to, what are, the legitimate costs I think that any community can bear.
Policing your protests could cost the taxpayer a fortune. Why should we have to pay for it?
How much do you think it costs us to monitor terrorists? How much do you think it costs us for the bombings?
That's not the question.
No, but what I'm saying is, why
should somebody living in another part of Bedfordshire have to pay for your protests?
You're right. We shouldn't need to do these protests, but we do, because this is the world we live in. We're living side by side with terrorists, with extremists, with militant Islam, with Sharia law. We shouldn't have to. You're right. I don't want to be doing this. We do not want to be doing this. Why are we having to do this? We're having to do it because politicians, leading police officers and everyone are too scared to talk about these issues. Why are we, working class Joes from towns and cities like Luton, putting our lives on the line to bring these issues to the forefront? And let's face it, the world's media is going to be in Luton. The whole country's talking about militant Islam, about Sharia law. 2 years ago, everyone was even too scared to say a word about it. So that's why we're doing it.
Let's bring Aisha in Bedford into the discussion. Morning, Aisha.
Hi, Jonathan. How are you?
Yes, I'm well, thank you. You're through to myself, to Stephen, and also to Zafar. What would you like to say?
Basically, I just heard what's going on, and Stephen sounds so aggressive. He really does. I have never heard anyone so aggressive in all my life.
I think your listeners will be laughing at me.
It's like at a radio station. What's it going to be like?
I haven't even raised my voice once. I think your listeners will be laughing at. The only person who's raised their voice in this studio is Zafar.
You sound very aggressive, Stephen. You really, really do.
I think every listener listens to this will be gobsmacked by what you're even saying.
You're unbelievable. You really are unbelievable.
Oh, right, I sound aggressive.
You're tarring all Muslims with the same brush.
How did I tar all Muslims? Well, can you explain to me? Explain to me what I've said, please.
It's coming across.
No, explain to me what I've said that tars all Muslims with one brush. Go on, explain to me.
I'm not speaking to you.
No, precisely, because you can't.
You're
well
too
done.
aggressive.
Well
You're
done. Because I'm the one shouting.
Hang on a minute. You may not be raising your voice, Stephen, but you are jumping straight in.
Can she tell me how I've tarnished all Muslims with a brush? Tell me, please.
Okay.
This is what I'm trying to speak about.
Tell me how I've done it then.
Okay,
You want to get a tape recorder and tape yourself,
Stephen,
your voice,
because you can't tell me.
Stephen, you've just asked the question. Stop now. You stop talking and let Aisha answer, and then we might have a discussion. What is your answer to his question? Why do you think he's tarring all Muslims with the same brush?
Because the way he's speaking, because the way he's, the way he's coming across so aggressive. It's obviously he hates all Muslims.
That is a terrible answer because you just couldn't answer it.
Anybody listening to that would think the same thing.
I hate all Muslims. I know there are great Muslims. I know really good Muslims. I do not hate Muslims in any way.
Let me just ask Stephen, because I went onto YouTube yesterday and I typed in EDL, and there's a lot of footage of some of your previous demonstrations. Why is there footage of certain people at your demonstrations shouting things like "Muslims will burn in hell"?
Well, to be honest, have you got that video here so I can see it?
No, I don't. No. But if you go onto YouTube, it's there.
Oh, under what? What's it under on YouTube?
Oh my God!
If you have a look at the BBC documentary, Young, Angry and British.
Yeah, Young, Angry and British was filmed probably 16 months ago. We were probably 6 months old at that time. We're now an organisation.
So that was an excuse for your members to shout things like "Muslims should burn in hell."
If you listen, we don't have a membership. Purity comes with time. Obviously, we had people trying to affiliate themselves and attach themselves to our organisation, which we have done everything humanly possible to get rid of them, and we are becoming a pure organisation.
But that footage.
You are becoming. It doesn't matter how old you are. You're Muslims
excuse me, Aisha. You never answered how I tarnish all Muslims with the same brush because you couldn't answer it, darling.
Okay. Muslims fun in hell. What does that say?
Did I say that? Someone shouted 14 or 15 months ago at one English Defence League demonstration. One person within 4,000 people shouted "Muslim burns in hell."
But hang on,
you want to tarnish?
Hang on a minute.
No, hold on. Do I tarnish your whole religion because 4 people blew themselves up? Am I saying that Islam?
Why do you sound so aggressive?
Aisha, you just haven't answered one question.
Can I ask Aisha a question? Are you a Muslim, Aisha?
Yes, she's named.
Are you a Muslim?
I'm a Muslim convert.
You're a Muslim convert.
And that's why you named yourself after Aisha?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, listen, thank you very much.